This is Ice-T. Over the years, I've compiled thousands of inspiring and thought-provoking quotes, and now I'm passing that knowledge on to you in my new daily podcast, Ice-T's Daily Game. In less than 5 minutes, I'll break down why these words matter and reveal personal stories that show them in action in my life. Listen to Ice-T's Daily Game every weekday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts that starts your morning with me.
On How Rude, Tanneritos, the Full House Rewatch podcast. Join characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Listen to How Rude, Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Diosa.
And I'm Mala.
We are the creators and hosts of Locatora Radio, a radiophonic novela.
Which is just a fancy way of saying
a podcast. We're two LA locals turned full-time podcasters, and we talk about everything.
From sexual wellness to pop culture,
internet drama to politics,
and everything in between.
So if laughter and learning are something that you crave,
subscribe to Locatora Radio, your prima's favorite podcast.
Listen to Locatora Radio on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.
You don't know me.
A confession I can't take back.
I am
the Masked Speaker.
Text to 78592 says, our coworker recently announced to the office that she was going on maternity leave.
Aww.
So I pointed at her belly and I jokingly said, well, I didn't want to say anything, but I think we all knew. And then I found out she was adopting. See,
that's
okay.
I quit.
Wow.
You
have to quit.
Ouch,
You have to quit.
You
gotta get out of there.
This is why the safest thing to do is never talk or say anything to anyone ever unless you have a voice changer to keep yourself anonymous.
My God.
Which is exactly why we have one for the Masked Speaker. And we also have a guy on the phone who wants to go by Brian today. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, Brian, if not good after that text message. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be honest with you, Brian.
Jeff set a tone.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
All right. We're ready to have our spirits lifted after that text. Voice changer is on. You are the Masked Speaker, Brian. Whenever you're ready, let's hear your confession.
Okay, so you're not hearing my real voice?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it is your voice, but it's changed.
It sounds
Okay.
weird.
We wouldn't know what your real voice sounds like.
Oh, good. Well, this is a story about my wife.
Oh.
We've been married for quite a while, and she's an amazing person. She's got a heart of...
That's sweet. It sounds like you don't remember how many years. I think it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Okay.
That's funny.
We're not going to quiz you on anything. Don't worry.
People say she's got like the heart of a Disney princess. She's just that sweet and kind.
Oh, she's just got that energy about her. That's
right.
great.
It's nice.
So I'm at work one day, and I get a text from her, and it's a picture of a baby deer.
A baby deer? Is she actually Snow White?
Wow.
Or she's Bambi.
Where?
It was sitting on the front lawn of our house.
Oh, that's cool. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Cute.
So she's like, oh, you got to come home, and hopefully it'll still be here. She said she's running out to the store, so she'll see me back at the house.
Wait, how long does she think this deer going to hang out?
It's going to run when she goes to the store.
Yeah.
I also can't stop thinking if this was Brooke's house, her husband Michael would be shooing the deer. Get off my lawn!
I mean, honestly, they're kind of forest rats, but sure.
He's going to pee on it.
She would never do that. So I get home, and I can see the deer,
Oh, it's still there.
Oh.
but it's impaled on our fence.
What?
Did you say impaled?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is awful.
That's why it's still there.
No wonder it's not going anywhere.
So you told your wife you're having venison for dinner tonight.
Of course, Brooks goes straight to cooking it.
I need it.
If it's gonna die anyway.
I'd be like, honey, are you mad?
Is your wife there? Is she gone?
No, she's gone.
Thank God. You don't want her to see that.
So it was dead, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
How did it get? I want to know how. Or do I want to know?
Right.
I don't think there's, I think you just, assume.
Oh, it's trying to jump
Probably
over
mistimed something.
Or maybe it's one of those weird BDSM deers that took it a little bit too far with itself. You never know.
So what did you do? You went and removed it?
Well, my neighbor a couple of houses down had a big Santa and sleigh display out on his lawn.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it's wintertime?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some people keep them
So
out.
I got the deer off the fence, and I carried it down to my neighbor's house, and I took one of the harnesses and with bells and stuff off one of the fake deers.
Oh, my God.
This is so dark.
What?
Oh, my God. I know exactly what's happening.
I don't get it at all.
Keep going, bro.
And I put it on the real dead deer. And
Why?
Because I didn't know what to do. My wife would have freaked out if she came home and the deer was dead on our lawn.
Okay,
It's like hidden in plain sight. Now it's a Santa deer.
So
Why don't you
you're-
just take it out back into...
And put it on the barbecue. I know, Brooke. We get it. You're really, really hungry.
I would have buried it, but the ground was frozen, so I would have never been able to dig a hole in that short of a period of time.
Okay. And
And
so,
the killer thing was that nobody discovered the dead deer for 2 days.
Oh, my God.
it was just chilling on your neighbor's front lawn in
This
Santa's
is like a really
front of Santa's sleigh.
sick neighbor joke. I bet they thought they were living with like a serial killer in the neighborhood.
Well, and also, like, a lot
Oh,
of
he laughs.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing, though. Nobody realized, not even the people that lived there.
They just thought that the fake deer got knocked over and was bloody.
They probably didn't even think anything.
Well, I put the bloody part kind of up against the manger, so you wouldn't see it unless you were standing there really close looking at it.
Look, Mommy, baby Jesus' robe is red and not white.
This is really weird. This is a weird one, Brian.
Okay.
Well, that's what the segment's for.
So you said it was there for days?
Yeah, I was there for 2 days before I finally had the time to dispose of it properly.
Oh, good. So you finally
Okay.
were able to take care of it.
Now I'm very concerned what the Santa statue is made out of. You know? That is,
It's like a drifter came by.
you guys are on me about cooking the thing, but that is way more sane than what this man did.
I don't know.
Are you
moved
serious?
it.
Well, it's just the way that you were licking your lips while you were saying it. That was kind of putting me off. I think it's sweet that he's willing to go to any lengths.
Yeah, he didn't murder it. He just moved it.
Yeah.
He's just
And
trying to hide it from
dressed
his
it
wife.
up. There's a lot of other options.
She would have been devastated if she came home and found the deer dead on our lawn.
Okay.
Nobody said it was the best idea that
Yeah.
anybody's ever had, but
It's
he
just
was in a
what you
pinch.
did.
He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
I bet your wife still thinks that baby deer is out in the forest, like frolicking and having like the best life ever.
I'm sure she does.
That's really sad.
Boy, was she wrong.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Text in to 78592. If you have a confession you've been holding on to, we can hide your identity, mask your voice, and make you the next mass speaker. Your phone tap's coming up next.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
What's up? This Ice-T with something I know you're going to want to hear. In my new podcast, Ice-T's Daily Game, I'll be dropping some daily wisdom and personal insight that I believe is essential to achieving success in business, love, life, hustling, whatever. I'll be coming to you every single weekday with a fresh new quote that speaks directly to me, and I hope to you as well. In 5 minutes or less, I'll break down why these words matter and reveal personal stories and experiences that show them in action in my life. My goal is to inspire all of you out there to achieve success and happiness, whatever that means to you. So start every weekday morning with me and get inspired. Listen to Ice-T's Daily Game every weekday on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, and start your morning with me.
On How Rude, Tanneritos, the Full House Rewatch podcast. Join characters Stephanie Tanner and Kimmy Gibbler, also known as actresses Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, as they relive every episode of your favorite Friday night comfort show.
We spent our entire childhoods on a little show called Full House, playing frenemies, but becoming besties whenever the cameras weren't rolling. And now, 35 years later, it's our biggest adventure yet.
Listen to How Rude, Tanneritos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Diosa.
And I'm Mala.
We are the creators and host of Locatora Radio, a radiophonic novela.
Which is just a fancy way of saying
a podcast. We're two LA locals turned full-time podcasters, and we talk about everything.
From sexual wellness to pop culture,
internet drama to politics,
and everything in between.
So if laughter and learning are something that you crave,
subscribe to Locatora Radio, your prima's favorite podcast.
Listen to Locatora Radio on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.